Here we go.
YUNGLA_. If you want to keep up with the life, the mistakes, the blemishes, the failures, just hit me on there, bro. If you're a producer, if you anything and you need help, you can get at Lil David or Baby Savage.
Yeah.
You can even get at Zaytoven.
Yeah.
I'm out, bro.
Much love, bro. Much love.
Hey, what's good with it, y'all? We're about to do another video, man. This time it's a reaction video of the Young LA interview. And with this reaction video, I'm gonna do, of course, a segment of something that's, of course, up and coming, which is all in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the comments. I'm sorry. So we're gonna go through some comments about the Young LA interview. I just want to see kind of how the people reacted. So we're gonna read through some together. With that being said, man, first and foremost, thank a lot of y'all for the kind words in regards to the Young LA video. That again was an interview that we had set up. We knew about it coming months out, weeks out, and of course the day it happened, unfortunately, I was the only person that was able to be inside the studio to do that interview. So technically, I had a kind of way I wanted to go with the interview and speak with Young LA about. But of course, everything doesn't go as planned. Everything doesn't go as the way we deem fit when we design something and say, "Hey, this is how things are gonna go." Sometimes things go off track, and you got to be a good conductor to get it back on track, if at all possible. Now, with that being said, the Young LA interview, prior to it even starting, he asked how long was the interview going to be, and I told him normally interviews are about. I was modest. I said normally about 45 minutes. Could go over if we're having a good conversation. Could be less if it's not really a good conversation. But someone of his stature, I saw going about an hour. I said give or take 15 minutes. So he was cool with that. So of course, knocking the interview out, as y'all saw, as the viral clips, and shout out Worldstar for reposting the interview. And I actually shout out Young LA for reposting it. I didn't. People were all coming saying that, man, this is a bad look, whatever, blah blah blah. But Young LA has reposted the interview himself, and I think he knows the power of going viral for good or bad reasons. And a man crying on camera, or a man showing his emotion on camera, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I don't want to say he was crying out for help, but I don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at him as, just being in the moment. That's what it was. The question that I was trying to ask him, and a lot of people didn't have context, was I seen him in an interview about 3 weeks ago, where he did an interview and a guy asked him, or a guy was speaking to him about how much, how important he is to the music business and to the music industry. And he just broke down kind of crying, just kind of saying like, man, he didn't know that he was that important, because of course his mama still needs, his sisters still need, everybody still needs, and he's just having to be the means of support for them. So in that interview he got emotional. So I was just trying to reiterate that conversation as far as Young LA, man, tell us about why it touched you so much, and it kind of hit him at a whole new level, to where he recovered from it. And then as he was speaking on Keep On Pushing, I saw that was even getting him emotionally tied up. And then he spoke on his mom's favorite player was Kobe, and of course he wanted to be the rap Mamba. And I guess when I said Kobe and Gianni, when I spoke on his Kobe and his daughter, that must have triggered something, because he dropped the vape and everything, and it was like, man, it was tough. So even being in the moment, it was tough. So I know y'all watching at home, it was probably cringy and tough for y'all. Me being in the interview, it was cringy and tough for me to even navigate it. So that just gives you some clarity in regards to that situation. But again, shout out to Young LA for coming through, for trusting the process. I hope a lot of people do reach out to him. Y'all definitely send well wishes. I went to his Instagram page. A dude immediately made a song for Young LA immediately right after that and sent it to him. He posted on his Instagram page, so y'all go watch, y'all go check that out. But I do hope the Young Dros, the TIs, the Zaytovens, they reach out, man, and they just make sure bro is in good spirits and good condition. Just always reach out to a brother, tell him you love him. But with that being said, this is more of this is my quick reaction to that. Again, I've seen a lot of love coming from the interview as far as just, people just telling him to keep his head up. But what I want to do is, of course, show love to the fans out there that watched the interview. And I want to go through a couple of comments just to kind of shout out the people who wrote them and, read the comment and kind of get y'all take on it. I'm going to just go line for line because, again, I know a lot of y'all were very iffy about me posting him crying at the very end and kind of leaving the camera going. I decided to do that because I wanted people to know kind of what he was going through. I wanted people to kind of see what he was dealing with and know that it wasn't fake. I wanted people to know that, this is this man's real emotion. Like, this is him really having a moment, and to cut it off and for people to think that, he was just acting, he was just fake. Why he always put on for the camera like that? And when I say cut, and he's like, okay, man, how was that? Was that good? I wanted the people to see, like, no, that continued minutes after that interview, as far as him getting up and just having to go to a corner and just kind of be to himself for a minute. There was no consoling him at that moment. So he had to kind of come back. And then, of course, he went off and had a night. Of course, y'all see what happened in Racklaw, Texas, as far as him getting pushed out, him choosing to leave the club after not wanting to do a show or however that worked. I don't know the details. Don't even give me the quote the details. Y'all go look on the interview I just had with his manager. Well, not his manager, but the promoter that brought him out, Lil David. Y'all go look at that, and y'all could kind of see what took place with that. Anyway, I just put up the interview itself, and I just want to, of course, go through some of the comments, man. It got like 1.6 thousand comments, and I just want to read a few of them. They're not in no particular order. I'm going to just start from the top and go down, man. So, I just want to, kind of speak to some of the people that, actually watched the interview and gave some words of either wisdom, trolling, or whatever. I'm just going to go down and we're just going to talk about them together. So, hold on, let me take my sip. All right, so first comment. Shout out Chicago SAD, SAAD 777. He says, before anyone talks down on this man, think first, because God will give you a real understanding to humble you. Agreed. God will give you a real understanding. And yes, before you talk down, understand. All I'm saying. Shout out Mr. Real Official Music, at Mr. Real Official Music. He said, my respect for dude just skyrocketed. I've never even heard him speak other than this, other than his records. This was a great interview. Shout out to you, Mr. Real Official. Appreciate that. At Shep Talk, SHEP Talk 411 said, Young LA started a whole new wave in music in 2009. We appreciate what you did for the music, fam. That's all I was trying to say, man. I appreciate him for doing what he did for the music, man. Ain't I? It's a banger. It's a classic. We all have memories to Ain't I. No matter you old, young, whatever, we got memories. At Guns Bowties 1920 said, this man's talking through his pain, but y'all too internet to actually listen. Nah, for real. He was talking through his pain. He was. At Highway Baby 7163 said, I wish nothing but mental peace, abundance, and happiness to Young LA. May your frequency always carry on, my brother. Prayer hands. Yeah, that's why I seen a lot of that in the comments as far as just wishing this man peace and mental strength and all that stuff. So shout out to y'all. At J Some Official says, bruh, the interviewer will be having me rolling with the ad-libs trying to keep up with LA when LA go off track. Yes, bruh. When I'm asking him a question and he goes left, you got to get it back on track. So the best way to do that, and this is for anybody interviewing out there, just some free game. The best way to do that is throw an ad lib in there to acknowledge that you hear them, and then bring it back, get it back on track. So thank y'all. trying to keep the train on the road, train on the tracks. All right. At Defined by Greatness says, send that brother healing energy. He carries a lot of weight on his shoulders. Stay strong, King. I hope he finds a positive path in life. I hope he finds a positive path in life as well. I hope, I hope it finds him quick. At Big Homie Train 9416 said, I couldn't help but notice your pain. It runs deep. Share it with me. Share it with me. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he means like share your stories with me as he's doing, or share with me like as in give me some of your pain. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. At Lefty State of Mind, he says, never know what a man is going through praying for Young LA. You never know what a man's going through, for real. That's facts. At OGQ says, I just bumped into Young LA 3 days ago in Arkansas. I want to just say we as brothers and sisters need to pray for him and keep him in prayer, because I know he's experienced a lot in his life at this moment. Stress, depression, overload, railroad, etc., as some of us already may be experiencing. I think a lot of people saw this interview and saw a lot of stuff that they were going through inside Young LA. I believe they saw what they were dealing with in him. So, I totally feel that, man. Shout out OGQ. Oh, no, he has some more to write. He said, damn. He said, but at the end of the day, we all are human, and each of us need love and healing, and that's someone to support one of another when faced with trials and adversity in life. And this is one situation where he's reaching for it. So, I believe it says so. Well, shout out LA. Brother from another, just stay prayed up and positive like you was when I met you in the store that morning, fam. OGQ. Young LA is technically a positive person. Mind you, when I got to the studio, he didn't know who I actually was, because again, we never met. And the moment he seen me, he was walking through the art gallery in our studio, and he just said, he was just like, "What's up, young brother? Looking good, young brother. You looking good?" Because I was actually dressed to go to another event right after his situation, so I had like a little suit situation on. But for him just to hit me, he didn't even know me. He just hit me with that energy. That lets you know, man, he's on a positive. He's on a positive wave. All right. At Onslaught Invasion says, the bigger your heart, the more harder you gotta guard it on this cold hell on earth. That's real. The bigger your heart, the more you gotta guard it, because people will take advantage of it. It's crazy. They'll break it quick. At TJ the Realist says, the way he broke down that Jadakiss Still Feel Me verse was amazing. That track got me through some things back in my college days. I felt that part. Blessings to you in LA. Blessings to you, LA. Man, I ain't gonna lie. He did spit that Jadakiss verse, and I did not know that verse. So I'm gonna have to actually go listen to the track that verse was on, because as he was spitting it, and I thought he was gonna spit the first 4 bars, but he kept going. He hit the whole verse. That verse obviously touched him and moved him. Now, I don't know if Jadakiss brought the snap situation or the snap era to Atlanta. I'll question that, but he said Jadakiss is who brought this the snap era to Atlanta. So I ain't even gonna argue it. At Aaron Q G6W said, at the end of the day, we're all human. I'm sending this man all the positive energy in my arsenal. That's real. At Peace and Fly Life said, at living in Atlanta when Ain't I came out was lit as AF. Fire emojis. Yes, I'm pretty sure when Ain't I came out, ain't I stopping wrong? Ain't I stopping strong? Ain't I got it going on, Young Dro? Man, when Ain't I came out, when the T.I. and Young Dro got a remix, I know that was Ain't I Fresh As I Could Be. That changed the lingo out there. So shout out King Leo, man. King Lingo. Shout out Young LA. Lay. Austin. At Pillowhead Pick says, this when I was running to Atlanta, it was Young LA, Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter, Rich Kids, Kwani Cash, DJ Yola, Stuntman, and so many more. This was the best days for me. Man, he named some. Yeah, I remember all that Roscoe Dash stuff. Travis Porter, all them. At Clean Green 596 says, have some compassion, people. Never know what burdens a man carry. He's obviously going through something. He needs our prayers, not our persecution. Very true. You can always see when a man's going through something when he needs prayers and not persecution. Come on, man. Let's get it right. I'll read a few more. At Alex 43KO says, man, so legendary. Younger people these days don't know this is where and who their favorite rappers got their swag from, or who they got their swag from. Originally got their swag from LA. We appreciate you and all you did and gave to us for real, for real. So I hope he sees these comments, man, because these comments are all positive. They're all wanting him to, get better, or I don't know if he's even doing bad, but they just want him to stay strong, stay positive, and know that they appreciate him. So that's all I was trying to do, was let him know that we appreciate him. I appreciate him for everything that he's done. At KQ 1964 said he's hurting. He's been through a lot. The pills, the lean, and the drugs didn't help over the years. Wishing the best for him. Okay, you know more than I do. At Greatest Grit 8345 says, a real one for real. Homie prayed with me for me and my mom's when she was in the hospital with a brain tumor, and I was at a show chasing my dreams for my fam. Big ups to LA. That's real. See, that's the kind of guy he is. He'll stop and pray with you for a mama that he don't even know. That's what this man is. At Travis Simmons, M7B says, mental health is real. Stay off of drugs. Follow God and keep it moving. Keep on pushing. All right, the real BJ says, love to see a brother receiving his flowers and feeling safe enough to open up and be vulnerable. A true Atlanta staple, pioneer, creative, and that boy Leland. So Leland, his real name, of course, I believe is Leland Austin. So even when y'all see in my video that I posted about what really happened, he gets upstairs, he looks at a building outside of our penthouse, and he says, he sees a building that says Austin. He says, zoom in, take a picture of that, bro. This is where I'm supposed to be. So, man, shout out Young LA, man, because he come with the positive energy. At Healthy Dogs 29 says he's most def got hits under his belt, but industry has handled LA rough. Hang in there, brother. Let's see. At YSO Serious 7929 says releasing this interview is crazy work. Well, I don't think it's crazy work to release this interview. Again, I wouldn't release it if I didn't get Young LA's approval to release it. So not only did we, of course, reach out to LA, but we spoke to his promoter or his management, the person who brought him, and we said, "Is this interview okay to release?" They said yes. Can we keep it the way it is and how y'all see it? Can we keep it as is? They said yes. So everything y'all see in that interview was approved by his team. So, go in on the team, I guess. Let me just read a few more without calling out the people. It says, keep focused, Young LA, and whoever in comments, we all going through something. We all need support, peace. Someone else said, yeah, bro, taking care of people while battling your own mental stability can take a toll. I'm going through that too. Prayers to Young LA. Someone else said, straight from East Atlanta, Zone 6, really grew up as a kid watching his run and still bumping Young LA and Futuristic Love, still going brazy. Man, real Atlanta folks got mad love for LA. And we appreciate the legendary contributions to the game. Much, much love, bro. So, people are showing real love to this man. Joe's part of "And I Was Tough." Choppers in the trunk make you do the Macarena. Joe's part was tough. Someone said, praying for you, brother. Your music made memories. Class of 2011. You definitely part of my life soundtrack. Always a fan, brother. And that's one of the things. I think what you see with this part of the music industry is that people, of course, when they have hits and they have runs, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, they have to sustain their family with those runs. So even if they're not making other hit records, because I know labels pressure people to go in there and make another hit record, they have to go out and do tour with the songs that they, maybe the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or one song they had to make them famous, and they have to tour that song with everything. And 1 year you might be seeing 500,000 a year. The next year you might see 300,000 a year. Then it goes down to 150. Then it might even go down to 60,000 a year. And I know some people look at that like that's still better than working a 9 to 5. But when you don't have that coming in day to day, and you don't know exactly where that money's coming from each day, and you have bills that's due every week or every month or every bi-weekly, whatever it is, it does get frustrating when, yes, you made 60,000 for that year, but maybe 10 of that was in 1 month, maybe 30 of that was in another month, and maybe the other months you only had 3,000 to your name, 4,000. So it is very tricky when this is your lifestyle and you're not as active as you were when you've seen the days of making $500,000 a year. And your family's used to that and used to calling you for things that they need, like, hey, my car got repoed, I need $250. And you don't got that $250, and therefore they might have to let that car, they have to lose the whole car. So it does get very tricky. And I just want people to know, like, it's real out here. So with that being said, I appreciate everyone who watched the interview, everyone who shared it, everyone who liked it, and everyone who commented, because because again, that means this is a community, and we're able to speak and talk and have a back and forth. And we always like to look at people's opinions of our interviews. We don't look at every single one of them, but I try to go in and look at as much as I can. So definitely know that your comments are seen. We do take it to heart. Some of it don't make sense. We ain't about to change nothing. We ain't about to do nothing that y'all saying. And some of it do. We have to listen to. We have to adhere to, and we have to, of course, treat it as you guys reach out. Because again, we don't do it for us. We do it for y'all. So we totally understand. But with that being said, I ditto that conversation. Prayers up to Young LA. I appreciate him for coming on the platform. Hope this did as much for him as it did for us in regards to having a conversation. And again, anytime he's back in Dallas, anytime he wants to have that conversation, we're more than welcome to have it again. So with that being said, much love. Prayers up to Young LA, bro. We appreciate you over here. I appreciate you. And let's continue working, man. Let's continue building each other up and going from there. With that being said, I'm out, man. Make sure I do the thing. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for any time I'm going live. You already be the first person to know that I'm going live and I'm about to do something epic to give back to you guys, man. I appreciate it.